Pass the monster meat, milady. Can I just say, I feel bad that I almost hated this anime. That was me before I even watched it. Because here's the thing. I had low expectations for the show, but at the same time, high expectations because it had to do with food. I'm a bit of a foodie. I was hoping that this would go exactly the way that I wanted. It was going to be her making interesting dishes from monster meat like this other anime. But then because there's the whole aspect of a romance being involved in it, I was like, okay, this might be dropped down because it's not going to only be about like her with monster meat. It's totally going to be about her falling in love, which could sometimes make or break certain things that I like about animes, particular animes. Basic story here, she is a girl that has a terrible rumor attached to her, sad but true kind of rumor, that she eats monster meats, which in this world is a huge taboo for a good reason though. Monster meat is poisonous. So people are kind of looking at her like she must be a monster herself to eat these kinds of foods and not be sick by it. Meanwhile, her mother was a genius that developed a technique in order to remove that toxin from the monster meat in order for people to consume them. But because of the huge stigma, nobody wants to take a chance on it. So she's basically trying to bring her mother's successful but controversial resource, so whenever there's any kind of famine, which happened apparently in this world at one point, that no one will ever go hungry again because there's an exorbitant amount of monsters, but yet there's not enough food sources that people can eat comfortably, especially if a famine was to outbreak and no one could actually grow food or be able to get proper food that they can eat. Monster meat is the only option. So her mother was successful in it, but nobody really wanted to take a chance on it. So she's experimented with trying to make recipes out of monsters and make them delicious and how to cook and prepare them in certain ways and what parts you can eat, what parts you can't. Also, will the meat taste better if they were caught previously and killed, or would it be better to have them freshly killed and prepared to eat? This sounds very dramatic, but it's exactly how it is. So I do kind of like that whole aspect of it. So overall, it's like really sad that Melfi can't find herself a marriage proposal because of this horrible rumor about her, which is a true rumor. Kind of makes her sad that nobody's accepting of this. And it's not more that she's sad that she can't find someone to marry. It's just more this is something important to her family, that she can't marry anyone to bring the honor to her family. Even her stepmother makes a whole like huff about it. Her stepmother's a little confusing to me because I feel like she likes her but hates her at the same time. She's also irrelevant to the story. The sad part is that her father understands because obviously he understood what his wife, well, first wife, was trying to do, but he never really shows Melfi that he agrees with her or that he supports her by trying her foods. Doesn't seem like he's ever tried. She's always saying that she's tried these things by herself and has never had anybody to really share it with. So that gives me to understand that her father never even gave her a chance. He kind of just pushed it aside, basically, which could also be another trauma response because her mother does pass away, but passes away more because of overconsumption. It was too much magic she was holding on to from the monster meat because she didn't properly remove all of it, which is the toxin, and that's what her mother passes away from. And then once again is one of those stories of where our male lead, which in this case it's Aristide, doesn't want to fall in love or doesn't really understand about falling in love until he meets Melfi and kind of just likes the fact that she's not afraid of him. She admires him because of how he can swiftly kill monsters, and for her that's like an opportunity for someone to capture rare monster types that she can eat, and that's what she loves the most about him. She's not necessarily afraid of him, she's like amazed, idolizes him at this point because she wants to do the same thing. She even at one point asks him to train her to use a sword, and for him he's like, it's okay, I'll do it for you, because he wants to have some kind of purpose and a meaning in her life. He also doesn't care about her rumors. He knows about them, he's heard about them, and thought she was going to be this more like weird, crazy, grotesque type of person. Finds out that she's actually this very beautiful, meek, and adorable character. So the fact that he instantly like really wants to keep her by his side, and also finds out like the best way to do that is to marry her. Like, she needs to get married, he needs to get married, why not? But he doesn't expect to fall in love that quickly with her. He's kind of an idiot to women and proper society things because he's also been away from it. That's a whole nother kind of side story for him in regards to like he decided to take more of this route so that his brother becomes the more of the prince route. And then for her, it's more she's just shy, she's embarrassed. This isn't something she thought would ever happen for her because of what she likes to do, and she never thought she would be able to have something that somebody would want to marry her for. The fact that he is curious, and in his kingdom, because of the famine, they've eaten monster before, and because of his travels and all that, where he has to fight monsters and go out for days. They have no choice, that they run out of food and they have to eat monsters, but he didn't know there's a proper way to actually prepare them. They would get sick constantly from eating all these different things. And it's not just monsters, it's also potential fruits and vegetables that they're not allowed to have because it comes from like a monster plant. So the fact that she brings this opportunity to him, that where he can have something that like people in his country are more interested in having. So he encourages her to prepare meals for him so that he can eat them. He wants to eat monster meat with her. He wants to have her meals. He encourages his knights to do the same, and they're also intrigued by it. And she wants to introduce as many people as possible to this new way of life. And it's interesting, and that's what I love about the story, is the fact that it's kind of new, kind of different. It has a little bit of different aspects to it. Like, there are other animes out there that I particularly like that has to do with like the taboo of eating monsters. This one just has a little bit of a different take to it, because it's not just about taking monsters and preparing them in a certain kind of way. It's this whole other thing about it where like it's not just anyone can do it. You have to have a certain technique in order to remove the specific toxin, which is like a magic toxin in it. But that magic toxin can also be used for other things, which is more revolutionary and dangerous. All of that put together, it makes a really good anime concept. The romance in it doesn't necessarily destroy it. It actually is cute and adorable and complements it. None of the voice actors destroyed it for me. They all were chosen really well. The side characters intrigue me. A lot of them did. I felt like they can be brought back from some more. If this one has a season 2, I definitely want to watch it. I'm actually intrigued to read the manga for this one. I want to read it because this is one that I did like, and mind you, surprisingly I did, because I did have some reservations against it at first. Prejudged it, thinking I was like, probably not gonna like this, but I'm glad how it was. I kind of thought this one was an isekai just because I felt like it might have been one, since she was considered an oddball for what she was doing. I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad she's part of this universe. It's not an isekai, it's a traditional just story. Love her romance. I love how it develops. He just makes her not feel weird for what she likes to do. He does have to kind of prove that he's not just doing it to make her feel good, make her feel less subconscious about it. She does eventually like understand he's asking for it. He's the one wanting it. He's the one bringing her monsters. It's not that he's trying to be nice about it. He's actually actively doing it for her. That's adorable. So yeah, I have to say this is probably one of the few animes that not many things bothered me. It's actually a very good, well-rounded one. Want to watch something that's quick and easy and simple and not too crazy, but actually makes you want to binge it? This one is it, because I wanted to binge this one and keep watching, and to the point where I was like, I have to go to bed, and had to like stop watching it. So it's one of those that I consider to be really good ones.